it's Christy and welcome back to my channel. So I've created two different eye looks, as you can see, using the Huda Beauty LoveFest palette, and these are the looks that I've created. So if you want to see how I created these two looks, then stay tuned and keep on watching. So this is what the packaging looks like. It is a small compact packaging. It has a clear plastic covering around it, and if you go to the back, it has all the ingredients as well as a 24-month shelf life, which is actually great when it comes to palettes. So I'm really excited about that. So let's go ahead and unbox it. So this is the actual casing. It is a quite small compact casing, as you can see, and then it has a bit of holographic effect going on here on the front, which is pretty cool. It's purple in color. Again, at the back it has the 24-month shelf life that it states, and then also I do like the fact that Huda states all of her social tags on all her palettes, which is pretty smart of her. So let's go ahead and open this. So it does have a compact mirror on the side, and then it has 9 eyeshadows, as you can see. So it has 6 mattes, which is good for transition shades. It's got a metallic marble shade here, and then if you look here on the middle and on the side here, it has 2 crushed flake shades. So this palette is actually made in China. I know her smaller palettes are made in China, her bigger palettes are made in Italy. So we're gonna just see how the textures are. We're gonna go ahead and do a quick swatch for you guys, and then a tutorial as well, and then I will give you my final thoughts on this palette. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and swatch these shades for you. So I'm starting with the first 3 on the top, and as I'm rubbing my fingers into these, I can feel that the mattes do feel very buttery. The metallic marble here feels a little powdery, so let's go ahead and just swatch that on my hand. And so that's more like a dark brown or slightly on the plum side, and then we've got like a burnt orange here, and then the metallic marble. Okay, I don't see it looking very metallic. Going in with this light peach, the first crushed flake does feel very flaky and powdery at the same time. Again, the mattes feel very buttery. Let's go ahead and swatch these. As you can see, that's more on the peachy side. Okay, so this is the first crushed flake. Look at that. That's super pigmented. It does have a very high gloss finish to it. And then we've got like another orange, which seems very similar to the shade here. Going in with the second crushed flake and the mattes, and we're going to just swatch these. Okay, that's the matte and the other matte. So from these shades, as you can see, it's 6 mattes, and then we've got the metallic and the 2 crushed flakes. What I noticed though, and I'm going to compare this to the Empowered palette, the crushed flakes is not as flaky, and that's actually a good thing, because normally if you are doing your eyeshadow, you're going to have a lot of fallout. So we are obviously only going to be able to tell when I do my eye looks to see if there is enough fallout or if it's minimal fallout. But From swatching it, I can tell that it doesn't have much flakiness going on, which is actually quite nice. The mattes are quite buttery, so I can tell that they're gonna blend with ease. I'm gonna go ahead and do two different eye looks on either eye, and we'll give our final thoughts of this palette when I'm done. So first I used an eyeshadow base. This is the P. Louise in shade Rumor 3, and I pat that all over my lid. I now take the light peach and work that into my crease using a blending brush. Then I'm going in with the darker orange, again using a fluffy brush and just blending that into my crease, and now picking up the darkest orange and applying that into my crease. Now picking up some of this dark brown or plum color and just applying that to my edge of my eye and using a blending brush to just blend that through so there's no harsh lines. And then picking up my blending brush that I used with the orange color and just working that into my crease. Now taking the LA Girl Pro Setting Spray and applying that to my brush and picking up this metallic shade and applying that all over my lid. Now picking up the Crush Flake using my finger and applying that all over my lid. Going in with the transition shade and just working that into my crease so that everything is blended out evenly. And now picking up the darkest orange with a blending brush and just working that into my bottom lash line. And then using a smudge brush, picking up the darker brown and just applying that to my bottom lash line and now smoking it out with a blending brush. And now picking up the Crushed Flake with the smudge brush and just applying that to my inner corner. And this is what the first eye look looks like. Now going in with the second eye look, picking up this brown and patting it all over my eyelid. Then going in with the darker brown, using a blending brush and just patting that all over my lid and then slowly working that into my crease. Picking up this peachy shade and just working it into my crease as a transition shade to blend out all of that evenly. Then going in with this Crushed Flake with my finger and applying it all over my lid. As you can see, there's minimal fallout, which is great. Now using a smudge brush to pick up more product so that everything is evened out along my crease line, and now picking up the dark brown with the smudge brush and working that into my lower lash line, and then picking up this peach shade using a blending brush and just smoking that lower lash line out. And finally just popping on some of that Crush Flake on my inner corner, and now I'm going to complete the rest of my look and I'll be back with the final look. So my final thoughts on the Huda Beauty LoveFest palette. So let's start with the pigments. I did feel they're really rich in color, so I love that about this palette. And then when it came to the mattes, they're really buttery, so it was very easy to blend and use as transition shades. And then with the metallic shimmer, so I didn't feel it was as shimmery as I would have liked it to be. In fact, I had to go in with this Crushed Flake shadow here to go over the actual color to intensify it and give it the shimmer that it needed. With the Crush Flakes, I really liked the fact that it didn't have as much fallout as I was expecting it to have. So when it comes to the price of this palette, it's usually priced around 29 US dollars, and in South Africa it's around just over 500 rands. In fact, I purchased mine on Black Friday from the ARC store, so I was able to get this at half price, and that was a huge win for me. Overall though, this palette is quite compact and travel size, as you can see. Pigments are really great, but if you're looking for more versatility, then I wouldn't suggest this palette, as I would think that the shades are very similar. Other than that, it really is a very nice palette, and I mean, it's not as badly priced considering the brand. So I would really recommend this palette. It really is a good buy. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and review, and I hope that the tutorial was made as beginner friendly as possible for you. And I can't decide which eye look I prefer better. I'm gonna leave that to you. So again, these are the different eye looks. So let me know in the comments which one you prefer. So if you want to see more content like this, then please hit the thumbs up on this video, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you're passing by. And if you're new to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would just follow me, hit that notification button as well, so you'll be notified every time I post content like this. So that's it for me, guys. I will see you in the next one. Take care and God bless. Bye.